Today, in the chapter Money and Credit, I am going to discuss the topic Sources of Credit. There are two sources of credit. One is the informal source of credit and second is the formal source of credit. The informal source of credit will be discussed under three heads. One is the meaning, the second, the features, and third, the reasons for growth of informal sector. And the formal source of credit will be discussed under two heads, the meaning and the features. Let us understand the meaning of informal source of credit. The meaning of informal source of credit. It includes money lenders, traders, employers, relatives and friends. When you take loan from your friend, when you take a loan from your relative, when you take loan from a trader, when you take a loan from colleague, when you take a loan from money lender, such type of loan is known as informal loan. So once we take the loan from these people, then we say that this is the informal source of credit. Let us discuss the features of informal credit. The negative aspect of the informal source of credit is that there is no organization to supervise the credit activities of the lender. No organization. Because you are taking loan from a relative. So no one is coming to supervise it. It is the agreement between you and your relative. So no supervision is there. Lender lends whatever interest he wants. It means what? Suppose I am a lender, you are my friend, then I might charge you less interest on the amount which I have given to you, because you are near and dear to me. Suppose I am the lender and if an unknown person comes to me and takes money from me, borrows money from me, then I will charge more interest. Means interest rate will vary from person to person in the informal source of credit. Lender uses unfair means to get their money back. This third point is related to the money lender, because in the villages you must be knowing that there is a money lender who gives money to the farmer. The main aim of the money lender is there, what do you know? Is that to take the farmer's land. What they do? That they don't keep the record of the transaction between money lender will not keep the record of transaction between himself and the farmer. And when the farmer will give or repay the loan also, so no record is there, then money lender compels the farmer to sell his land or to give his land. So this is the way that money lender tries to take the lands of the farmer. So this is the unfair means being used by the money lender. Lenders charges much higher interest on loan. Here the higher interest means what? If you compare with the formal credit, interest is high. So high rate of interest is being charged in the informal source of credit. Higher rate of borrowing can mean that the amount to be repaid is greater than the income of the borrower. Naturally, if the more interest will be taken on the loan, naturally, the borrower income will not match it, and it will be very difficult for borrower to repay the loan. Naturally, the borrower will fall in the debt trap, as I had explained in the previous video. So, because of that higher rate of interest, the most of the borrower fall in the trap of debt, and the money lender does not keep record of transaction. Just now I said, since no record will be there, so it will be easy to use the unfair means against the borrower. Just opposite happens in the formal credit. It is always good to take credit from formal source of credit. Formal source of credit includes what? It includes banks and cooperatives. Naturally, when you are going to take the loan from bank or cooperative, naturally it will be supervised by the RBI. So, this is the best way for a person to take the loan from the bank. Now, what are the features of the formal credit? The feature is an organization, that is RBI, supervises the credit activities of the bank. Means the supervising authority is RBI. They cannot lend at whatever interest rate they choose. I had explained in the previous video also that it is the RBI who keep watch on the bank to whom they are giving interest, to whom they are giving loan. So all this being watched by the RBI, so they cannot lend at whatever interest. Cheap credit as compared to informal credit means rate of interest will be less and meets only about half of the total credit needs of our people. Only half of the total credits of the rural people will be made by the formal credit. So, if the question will come on as a difference also, you can answer this question. That's why this sort of diagrammatic explanation is given to you. The meaning of informal credit, the meaning of formal credit, the features of informal credit, the features of the formal credit. Now, we will understand why do people join the informal source of credit. It is very interesting. Even though the people know that it is good to take loan from the banks, but why they go to the informal source of credit? The reason behind is that the banks are not available in rural areas. Means less expansion of banks in the rural areas. Then where the person will go? A farmer, where he will go? Naturally, he will go to relative, he will go to friend, or he will go to money lender. The second reason behind is that absence of collateral. Means a poor person, a poor farmer has no collateral. But since he is living in that village, the money lender knows that farmer. So, without collateral, the money lender gives money to the farmer. And the most interesting thing is that without repaying the previous loan, money lender gives another loan to that person. It doesn't happen with the formal credit, because without repaying the previous loan, you will not get another loan from the bank. But in case of informal source of credit, money lender gives loan without repaying the previous one. That's why most of the people, especially in the rural areas, they prefer informal source of credit. So, with this, I come to the end of this topic. In the next video, I will talk of another topic in money and credit chapter. Thank you.